Bonjourno, listeners.
I can't believe you said that out loud.
That's the new intro. Bonjourno. We're all about the World Cup on this show.
Oh my god.
So we're speaking in different languages, trying to reach a global audience, Preston.
Appease the masses.
Use your business critical mindset for this. From now on, we don't say hello, everybody, welcome to the Highly Suspicious Podcast. We say Bonjourno or Hola or...
I was waiting for you to run out.
It's a short list, okay? I've never been very good at foreign languages. I'm not doing a real intro. That's it.
That's it. I'm proud of you. That's powerful.
What you see is what you get. So today, I woke up in the wee hours of the morning this morning, and I'm like, Preston, we need to record right now. And Preston's like, Louie, are you fucking serious? Like, on my day off, you are persecuting me and expecting me to go work at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Go work.
Like I'm some sort of coffee worker. Well, I woke up to some crazy news this morning, and I needed to talk about it. I gotta talk about what's on my mind. And because what else is this show if not that?
Yeah, an inner monologue.
Louisville lost to Kentucky, got smacked by Kentucky. That was sad.
Yeah.
But they announced what bowl game we would be playing in. And we're going to be playing Cincinnati in a bowl game. So that's the last game of the season that we're going to have.
Wow.
And that's going to be a good game because it's like kind of a rivalry. You know, they're kind of better than us. But we've had a decent year. So we're playing with house money, basically. So who gives a fuck about that, right? Listener, you are listening to this and you're being like, who gives a fuck about Louisville or football or anything like that? Well, today, there was the news that our head coach is now the Cincinnati head coach.
That was fast.
I woke up this morning to Usher texting me, Satterfield left before we could fire him. And so I'm like, this man's got to be trolling me because it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Shit like this doesn't just happen randomly at fucking 8. Well, I go on Twitter. And the Cincinnati football team is like, welcome our new head coach, the head coach of Louisville yesterday.
Oh my god.
And I don't know if that means that we won't have him for the bowl game.
That would be so weird.
Wouldn't that be funny if he coached against us immediately? But Louisville running back Jahar Jordan, or he posted the news on his story. And he was like, it's crazy to switch teams to the team that we're playing against.
Like next, yeah.
Which is definitely funny. But Satterfield's just kind of had a weird season where at the beginning of the season, he was hitting rock bottom very quickly. And we lost to Boston College, a fucking terrible football team. And there were rumors that if Satterfield lost against Virginia the next week, swift action would be taken. That was just rumors. That was what was floating around. But after that, he actually went on like a 4-game winning streak. This season, we beat a bunch of teams that were either ranked when we played them or ranked at some point. Like we beat UCF earlier. We just beat NC State. We have all these quality wins. After we hit rock bottom and lost all these fucking shitty games where everyone's calling for his head. Mm-hmm. And it just made up for a kind of weird, mediocre season for what we could have done or what we... Usually it's in extremes, right? It's usually, you know, the team's won one game and the coach should be fucking fired.
Right.
Or it's the team won all these games and... It was an extension year, so it would have been the time to pay the man. Mm-hmm. So instead, the fan base was very middle of the road on him, and everyone woke up this morning and they were like, good. People that wanted to keep him as well as people that wanted him to get the fuck out of here because the people that wanted to keep him weren't so, you know, sold on him. Yeah. They weren't so 100% on him that they were like, this is the worst thing ever. And a lot of people just got what they wanted by getting him the fuck out of here. But a lot of players have spoken up after he left because the whole Cincinnati thing is just the surface level of why it's weird. I saw a bunch of former Louisville players just talking hella shit.
Damn.
Just people were shitting on this man Satterfield. Even the best players that we've had recently, they did not fuck with our coach. And the fact that we're just now finding this out is kind of crazy.
I love when shit like that happens, when everybody just comes out and is like, finally.
Finally, I can finally say how I feel.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy?
And they just shit on someone. It's hilarious.
It's so crazy how so many things like this seem to be, like, under wraps. Like, the fact that there's a million fucking people on the football team. There's a million assistant coaches,
and all that
interns, the people that, like, work the football players out. There's a million fucking people working in Louisville athletics and the department. So for shit like this to just come out now, it's kind of crazy that we just didn't know that. And that makes it better.
Yeah.
That he's not here anymore.
That just nobody fucks with dude. Yeah.
We can all wipe the beads of sweat off of our brow and be like, well, we dodged a bullet because there was all this other shit and, we just avoided that. But Des Fitzpatrick, who's an NFL player now, but he played for Louisville, he said that when the South Carolina job rumors were floating around, he made us tweet about how well he was treating us good, but wouldn't tell his players that he was leaving in person. He was never honest with us.
Damn.
So,
that is weird as fuck.
So there's layers to that. That's a thing that's been going around too, that this news was a surprise to his players too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucked up to just tell nobody.
They might have... I saw someone say that they found out over FaceTime. I don't know how true that is, but I compared it to breaking up with somebody over the phone.
Yeah. Similar.
Or at least take me to a restaurant where I can't freak out in public. That's why they do it.
At least trap me in a public setting.
That's the move, exactly.
Oh my god.
Because I as a football player, can't freak out like a crazy ex-girlfriend because you're in public and you.
But now they can just say that shit online.
But you're really making it easy for them that they're able to tweet their first reactions on Twitter and expose the shit that, maybe they shouldn't be exposing.
Who's to say?
But it's good for us to...
Yeah.
It's solace in the fact that we were just able to wash our hands of this guy.
Yeah.
And try to get somebody like Jeff Brom, who's a old ex-Louisville player who coaches at Purdue.
Oh,
cool. And he's made that Purdue program that was fucking shitty and pretty much nothing into something, and they got like more wins this season than we did. So I think that speaks volume.
Yeah, truly.
A coach that can do more with less. When Louisville doesn't have less. We got a ton of good talent, and we have even more talent coming in. Isn't it weirdo behavior to have players tweet something nice about you just so you can get the fuck out of there?
Yeah.
Using the players to just be his ticket on his way the fuck out of there.
Yeah, for sure. Kind of crooked.
It's just weird.
I don't fuck with that.
It's some two-faced behavior.
Imagine getting told to
put something online. Yes. Yeah. That would be crazy.
Like, I would tell someone to go fuck themselves. That's not normal. Like, nobody fucking does that. Bro.
That would be like if someone came up to you, the social media manager for the podcast, and be like, I have this weird personal thing against the McDonald's on Hurstbourne Road. So I need you to post this on your story. Like, no, bro, get the fuck out of here. It's just a fucking crazy situation. I like things like that just have layers of irony soaked into it. That's our daily dose of irony here at Highly Suspicious.
Honestly, I'd say pay up. Try and make me post something for you.
Yeah.
Pay up.
As a player, you would say that?
Yeah.
That would be fucking funny. They definitely should. NIL that money into my fucking bank account, bitch. But yeah, he saved us from having to not have enough information one way or the other to extend him that he was able to. It's weird on Cincinnati's side too, because
they're getting this dude and now it's all coming out. So he's just gonna get there and everybody's gonna be like, yo,
are you cool or
should I not fuck with you? You gonna tell me to post shit on Twitter? I wouldn't fuck with him if he just showed up and started coaching me and all this shit got posted about how he did that. Like, I'd be like, nah, I'm good.
He's taking selfies with the players. Satterfield's like, are you going to post those? And the player would be like, you'd like that, wouldn't you, you fucking slippery slut of a bitch?
You're slipping, Jimmy.
Slippin' Scott?
Oh my god.
That kind of works.
Kind of. What if it sticks?
Slippery Scott Satterfield. Slipping Scott Slippery Satterfield. Slip Slitterfield. I'm gonna stop.
No, man.
But something that I thought was really funny, because I listen to Louisville sports radio. Mike Rutherford's a really good local radio guy, but he was saying that Satterfield has benefited so much from how bad Louisville basketball has been, because he compared it to like having a brother that's in jail, where it's like, Mom, you can't be mad that I got a C on my report card because because Reggie's locked up for killing a dude.
I'm the good one.
Satterfield totally had that attention taken off of him. It's easy to be a mid-football team when the school's a basketball school that hasn't won a fucking game. Still hasn't won a game.
It's like, goddamn, look at the basketball team. No, it kind of is.
You can't be mad that I get a C on my report card ever again. My mom would be so pissed at me for having C's on my report card. Because I was all A's and B's in elementary school.
Oh, and then do you remember your first C?
In middle school, I got a C in something stupid. And my mom was like crying and shit. And it's like, bruh, you're fucking crazy.
Oh my god. Luke, I was about to ask if you were crying.
Did you think... She made me cry.
I was going to say, do you think you were going to get your ass beat? No more C's, Louis.
Nah, it was never like that. But it was just...
I cried because I had never gotten a C before. And it was like 8th grade. And I was just like...
You're a better man than me.
I was like, I don't fucking know, like, what's gonna happen. So I just cried because I was like, what the fuck is this?
Am I gonna die? Am I gonna die? Academia is a scam.
It is.
Letter grades are bullshit.
They are.
So I have sufficiently learned the material in the class. If I get 60% of the class correct, that's so fucking arbitrary and weird.
60%. Just saying that for, like, knowledge is weird.
Fuck. Imagine schools. Imagine if that was true for all the industries. Like, if you could...
It's like, yo, 60% of the cars that you made didn't fucking explode. Good job.
Tesla reference. Or, like, you only know 60% of the diseases as a doctor.
Enjoy that private practice.
You go to the doctor, and you're like, what's wrong with me, doc? And the doctor's like, I could only guess.
He was like, man,
I have 60% certainty of accurately
I'm pretty sure this
diagnosing.
is... I'm 60% certain that this is in the 40% of shit that I don't know. Wait. Even worse, a lawyer who only knows, like, 60% of the law.
You got a public defense attorney, and you're like, my guy... What did I do wrong here? I don't even understand how I broke the law. Lawyer's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand either. I think the judge is wrong.
I think you should be able to do that.
I'm 60% sure you should be able to do that.
I think there's a misunderstanding here, actually. That's a wild...
At least law school is much more serious than that.
Yeah,
you're not passing law schools with C's. Most other industries, yeah, you really can.
That's how I am. I'm skating by.
It's business. I'm sure you only need to know like 60% of it anyway.
If that.
Yeah, right? How much do you think you should know as a businessman?
Elon Musk has become a trillionaire by freestyling.
I was about to say, he knows like 10%.
You think his
of
ass
what
went
he's
to school?
actually doing?
You think his ass went to U of L business school with his fucking emerald miner father?
He learned that shit from day one.
Should we take down that episode we did about Elon, whereas before a lot of this bullshit and I was semi-defending him?
No, I think that would be out of character for us to take something
Let
down.
it stand. I mean, if this podcast was like
Also,
most of the time us being like...
Louis, we have always talked about how maybe we get our big break by getting canceled. Alright? So maybe...
Those people like Elon Musk.
Maybe like...
Evil.
A few years from now, somebody will listen to that episode and be outraged. You're like, these guys fuck with Elon Musk, and Elon Musk is like actually gone to the moon now and is fucking like evil.
Bro, they're gonna find something that we say. Cancel culture isn't real.
You cannot hurt us.
I am uncancelable.
That's pretty bad. That sounds pretty bad out loud.
I can do anything.
You cannot stop me. Do I have anything to talk about? Is the real question. I feel like I have nothing to talk about.
It's been kind of a dry week.
It has.
Not a lot of stuff. You know, it's about to be the holidays, so all of the controversial people are like, let's cool off. Except for Kanye, which, are we just going to milk Kanye till he fucking dies in a psychotic-induced seizure? I don't think we should.
Thanks for bringing it up so that I can just say, Nazis are bad. Hitler is bad. Kanye, mentally ill, needs help. I'm not going to touch it.
Okay, good. Because that's really the same
all
stuff
that needs to be said.
We've said that in like a million episodes. That's 90% of this podcast material is fucking talking about how
Kanye will do something crazy and we're like, get back on the meds. Which is really the case. But I saw somebody put it perfectly where they were like, he should seek help and he should do it without being on social media. He should do it without going and doing interviews. It's like he's being taken advantage of right now, kind of. Like he's really going off the deep end and there are people that are like, I can make money off of this.
Did you see that when Tucker Carlson did the interview with him, he cut out kind of the crazier parts because they wanted to make him seem like, you know...
Not as crazy? Yes.
He was an actual valuable source of information.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
It is sad. And that's why I don't want to fucking touch it, because it's already wrong.
Because we can make jokes, but it's just fucked up.
It is fucked up.
From every perspective.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, I could kind of segment this into a different thing, because Kanye's doing the whole Hitler thing. So, recently there was the news where they said that Kanye was going to name his 2017 album that was called Yay, and he's going to actually name it Hitler on like the first draft. That was around the same time that Westside Gunn was dropping his newest mixtapes. Now, if you're not a Westside Gunn knowledgeable person, he has a mixtape series called Hitler Wears Hermes.
Mm-hmm.
And Hermes is like a clothing brand. It's like a designer brand.
Mm-hmm.
And when that stuff about Kanye came out, people started attacking Westside Gunn for being like, you know, if Kanye's getting attacked because he likes Hitler, then Westside Gunn should be attacked because he likes Hitler. Well,
which is so dumb. Yeah.
Well, people on the internet lack all critical thought, and they have no research ability, so they couldn't just look up this very easy to find video of Westside Gunn explaining what Hitler Wears Hermes means.
Yeah.
He equates it to like the devil wears Prada.
That's exactly what it's a reference to.
So you got that off of...
I've listened to
Smart man.
I've listened to it. So
Cool.
I've seen it and been like, oh, like The Devil Wears Prada, like immediately.
You're a smarter man than I am because I didn't even think about that until he said that. I was just kind of like,
No, I saw it and I liked it. I was like, oh, makes sense.
But I think some of the
But
album
I love
covers,
when shit, like, people just get outraged for no reason.
yeah, I think some of the album covers might be controversial in a few years more so than the actual title.
True.
Because have you seen some of these album covers?
They're a little wild. I might put one as the podcast post just to get people's attention. Yep.
So he has a bunch of pictures of like this.
The one with the third eye is fucked up.
Yeah, I think that's Hitler Wears Hermes 5 with a depiction of Hitler with a third eye, which is questionable. And then there's
Hitler
this
is
one
Jesus.
where Hitler has like the sun behind him, and it's almost like an angelic depiction of it. It's just funny, bro.
It is
just
funny.
like I think that they were just saying, "Fuck it, no one's gonna listen to us anyway, so we can do anything." And now that they're
I
kind
like
of popular,
satire,
they're kind
and
of
that's clearly satire. To me, you know, it's like obviously the joke is that it's like the least holy person
juxtaposition,
ever. Right?
Yeah,
but like you said, the internet lacks critical thought, and so it really is obvious to like anybody else, but those people who are just looking for something to be mad at.
So, it is funny though that as West Side Gun's gotten more popularity, the newer West Side Gun Hitler Wears Hermes covers haven't been of Hitler. They've been like some different shit.
Yeah.
And that's culminated to when there was all this controversy about Kanye trying to name the album Hitler at the time where his last Hitler Wears Hermes album was coming out. He decided to just name it Tint. He took everything else out of it. He didn't set himself up. He made sure
he read the
he
signs.
Wasn't unnecessarily canceled, which is what Kyrie really should have done.
Yeah.
Because that's you gotta realize that like when people are looking for shit like that, they're gonna find shit like that.
Yo.
So that was pretty smart on his account. I kind of think that he should have just said fuck it and do it anyways.
Yeah.
But I also see
the totally
why.
rational decision to say, on the side of caution, I'm just gonna keep it minimal.
Cause then they'll do that, and then Complex will make a headline about like the controversy, and then a bunch of people that have never listened to him will be like, okay, I never will listen to him because I read the headline.
Or people who don't have fucking lives, they'll see that and then be like, time to go harass him about liking Hitler.
I'm Jewish, actually. You all shouldn't rap about Hitler. They don't rap about Hitler.
Oh man, Louis, why'd you have to remind me of Kanye?
Well, I try to stray it away from that, didn't I?
No, just now. You remember when he said that he's actually Jewish? That was also one of his recent things. He was like, black people are the actual Jews.
Preston, we can't get sucked in by this. Look at Axel looking at us over there.
Oh my god, the way that he's sticking out.
He's like, if you all don't move from this fucking Kanye topic again, I will come out of this tank and I will slam your all's heads together.
Oh my god.
Now he's acting coy like he wasn't just staring into my soul.
Axel looks like he understands.
Do you all know what an axolotl is? If you don't, Google it. That's what the third host is now. It used to be Boomy, and now it's an axolotl. And that's kind of why the energy of the show's changed a little bit. Because Axel has a different way of governing the conversation. You know, he has a different podcasting style.
Every so often, he'll make direct eye contact, and it's a sign.
That's something that me and Preston don't really like to do on this show. Like, imagine how weird it would be if
we
I
were just talking
to
each other's eyes.
Fucking eye. That'd be so strange.
The vibe. So different.
I get freaked out when I look in Preston's eyes too long because I can't tell if they're brown or green or blue or all of the above.
They just
or
keep
none
changing.
Of the above. Chameleon heaven ass fucking eyes. It's about time
for a musical intermission.
I doubt it. Maybe she'll hear this though. She was on the train looking bad as hell. Little mademoiselle. I got off mad enough to yell. Down and smack up, cut and spray something. Cause she gave me the eye and I ain't say nothing. No, I probably won't catch her in that hood again. And now my mind's haunted by what could have been. Could have had a nice life for a kid together. Might eat at me forever.
We just listened to Train Love by Your Old Droog.
Okay, so why this song? Why this specific song?
This is one of those, like, I've listened to it anytime, all the time, like, timeless feeling songs.
Absolutely.
And I think it is because, like, it's a solid love song. Like, it really is. And it's
easy listening.
It is real easy listening. And so it's kind of one of those, you can just vibe to it. You can drive around, you can be doing shit, listen to it. And it's, like, such a solid song because, like, the beat's good, the lyrics are good, that you can just bump it.
I love the beat.
Me too. This is one of my favorite beats. I love the, like, do that's in there. That's, like, it just hits my ear right.
It sounds so familiar to something else.
True. It really does. What is it? I don't fucking know, though. But I was thinking that when I was listening to it,
It sounds like an interpolation or something of, like, something... It sounds like something else I know. That's
it feels like it's sampled from something.
Well, I'm sure it is, but...
Like, that has nostalgic factor.
Yeah.
Almost.
Instant.
But I don't know what it's nostalgic. From. I also love weird little samples like the one at the end.
What's the dude say? We on a train.
No. You ever been on a train? Know what a train I mean?
Yeah, I like random vocal samples.
A cap look like the guys I was on the train with one time. Nah, I like the just beginning with shorty, she's so fine on the New York Transit line. Like, it's the rhyme scheme's so solid too. Having, like, the plot's also really good. Like, it tells a really good story, paints a really good picture, and we've talked about how we both like songs like that.
Yeah.
Because, like, as he goes on, you imagine, like, how the story evolves. And also, it's, like, a relatable feeling to just not be able to say something to someone. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's a really specific feeling. It's not, like... Not something that you experience often, either.
It's like that, damn, maybe I missed an opportunity type of thing. Where, like,
and life's just full of those, you know?
Your life probably could have changed if you did decide to do it. That's why it probably sucks so bad when you feel that way. Which, I haven't felt that way in a long time. But, yeah, that's a real-ass fucking feeling.
And it's like I said, it's a really specific one, too.
Yeah.
Which just makes the song hit, like, so much harder.
So, my thing about this song is, I feel like people just off the top have, like, a prejudice against people like Your Old Droog because they think that they're just some, like, lyrical, miracle, weird underground rappers. And to some degree they are.
Yeah.
But
I would say that this is an approachable song.
I don't know what anyone could not like about this song. It's not too wordy. All of the lines and shit are good.
Yeah.
And it's not, like, beat you over the head, like,
it's not,
listen to me talk.
Well, in, like, rap, there can be a tendency to just be like, yo, catch this flow. And they just go crazy.
Uh-huh.
And, like, you can't catch on to everything that they're saying.
Yeah.
But this is slow enough that on the first listen, you could probably hear you can hear at least the plot, the story that it's about. And so I would say if I'm going to recommend Your Old Droog to anyone, this is the song that I would give to them.
It wouldn't be like my song that I chose.
It's just super approachable, though, you know?
Absolutely.
And then I'd probably be like, okay, if you like this, here's, like, some other shit. But if I was just trying to get somebody...
Came
to listen to him once.
Came for the Vibe You Train Love song. Stay for the really weird Ukraine song with the, you know.
It's a weird song, but it's good. He is a good artist, though. It's also good that he has that, like, range. Because a lot of artists don't.
I think that's a lot of the, like, lyrical shit I listen to. Lyrical artists that can just kind of catch a vibe sometime, too. Because if there's no valuable in, like, the musical part of it, then it's hard to just listen to the lyrics for anybody. And I love fucking lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
But just songs like that you're able to, you know, you don't have to be in a mood for that. You could play that. I agree with everything you said. That's my favorite type of shit to listen to because I love party shit. I love, like, go hard shit. I love, like, really in your feel shit. But most of the time I'm just kind of in the middle, you know, chilling around the house, you know, cleaning, doing my thing. Or, like, you know, out in the car doing errands and shit like that. Like, you need a specific type of soundtrack that's just enjoyable that you could just kind of chill to and turn your mind off a little bit.
I'm looking at, like, a review of the song, and somebody says it has this, like, slight R&B sort of feeling to it. And I get that, too. Because R&B, in my mind, like, is, like, love songs and shit like that, soulful. I totally get that, too.
I think the premise is very R&B-y.
Yeah.
Just like the story of, like,
for sure,
seeing a girl on a train that that you wanted to talk to but didn't. That sounds.
I also love
like
the in and out where it's like he's talking to somebody, like he's relaying this experience to a friend.
Yeah.
And he's like, word? You know? Like, that's hilarious, because you, like, realistically, if you experience something like that, you are going to be telling somebody about it.
Yeah.
You know?
You're not just writing a ballad about it, you're telling people you know about it and stuff.
Like, yo, there was this chick, she was higher than a 10.
I fell in love, man. I didn't talk to her.
On first sight, bro, and I couldn't say shit. And all your, like, I imagine they're having a drink, you know?
Yeah.
And they're just like, word? Nah.
And if it were my friends, they'd be like, boy, you should have said something.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And that's what you get for bringing it up in the first place. I wanted to read this tweet that I thought was really funny. Louisville has always had two institutions in the nation's top 5, Cardinal basketball and Actors Theater. Today, the Cards are shockingly inept, and Actors is completely irrelevant. How very sad.
Yeah.
And so responded to that and said, Louisville basketball is so bad that Actors Theater is catching strays. Because that was just so unnecessary. You did not have to say that Actors Theater is irrelevant. That's just mean.
That is mean. But, like,
Let
I get
us
what they're
have
saying.
Actors Theater,
I get what they're
Preston.
saying. As a former theater nerd, I get what they're saying. There used to be better shit going on at our theater.
Yeah, like the Banicula production that I saw in, like, first grade. That was really good.
Well, and, like, now it's just, like, there's no, like, original productions coming to... It's just, like, the same shit that they've been doing. Because my grandma ushers there. And I've been there to help out.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas Carol, they do a fucking great job doing the Christmas Carol there. They make, like, you know how the Ghost of Christmas Future is, like, death?
Yeah.
They do a great job with it where they use, like, the shadows on the stage for it. And Dracula there is actually, like, so scary that my grandma will usher for it and then will sit outside of the theater because he'll pop up in the audience and shit. They'll turn off the lights and he'll pop up in the audience.
I've seen Dracula there. It's crazy.
And like, they can do it. They need something to, like the Louisville basketball team. They also need something to shake it up a little bit.
I think We should put all the actors, theater people in the basketball program and vice versa. I think we should let Kenny Payne do his thing over at Actors Theater, being like, okay,
Get his
everyone.
juices flowing.
In his jumpsuit first in production. Okay, everyone. Let's have a nice, clean, fun production. I like
Good show.
I like a free-flowing production, so we're not going to go over stage notes or anything like that.
Oh
Just
my God.
do what feels right to you in that moment. So I had another follow-up from that Top Dog Entertainment episode that we did. You remember how I was saying that SZA was seemingly beefing with her label because she was saying that she wanted to release new music and they basically were not letting her?
Yeah.
Well, she's finally dropping an album on Friday. Ab Soul, who's the other person that hasn't dropped in a while, hasn't dropped since 2016. He's finally dropping the week after that. So I think
So there's going to be some good music.
you could say that this is proof that there was never any promise at Top Dog, but I like to think,
Yeah, I think that's
that they
bullshit.
heard our episode and they were like, oh, fuck, they're on to us, man.
Well, it's like how we
Give
predicted
Absol a release date
the
right
Kanye
now.
album.
Huh?
Or not the Kanye album. How we predicted the Kendrick album.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because it was pretty instantaneously. Or maybe, you know, she said something and they were like, can't look suspicious.
Yeah. Well, we just have to give her whatever she wants now. Because really, in the real world, the artists really do have the power. Because you can say what you want about these labels, but without artists like SZA, they're fucking nothing. They're literally nothing. They're, you know, just like a bureaucratic entity like the government without actual artists in there. But I watched part of an Absol interview.
Yeah.
And Rosenberg kind of brought up the SZA thing, and he was like, it seems like you're in a good relationship with Top Dog. It doesn't seem like you've had, you know, any label date issues as far as release. So like he was bringing it up like that, where he's kind of bringing it up, but that's
Sort
what
of subtly. Yeah.
that's what radio hosts do.
And
they
as you
ask
should
things-
do for an interview too, because it's like if you just ask someone a really direct question, they're way less likely to actually answer it. So he's kind of just been like, "Oh, you seem fine with your current deal," or you know.
Yeah, does Top Dog strangle you? No. But what Absol said was, it took so long for him to make the album because he was gonna drop in 2020, and the pandemic happened, and he was kind of able to take his time with it and really hone in on it.
That's cool. Good.
And he also said that the whole SZA thing was basically, he was like, I'm going to be honest with you.
Good.
We were basically
man.
playing the internet. That's what he said. So we were the internet that got played, Preston. I feel like we should just keep deleting episodes as shit like this
As
keeps
shit
happening.
changes, we were never wrong. We have never been wrong. We're always right here at the Highly Suspicious Podcast.
The FBI is going to come to the door. Where were you between Season 2, Episode 5, and Season 2, Episode 9? Because there are no episodes here, but it jumps from Episode 5 to Episode 9. What happened? Well, nothing happened.
Nothing happened. We just decided to change it up.
I just felt like Episode 5, 6, 7, and 8 didn't feel right. So we went from Episode
The numbers
5
didn't feel right.
to Episode 9. What's so
How
crazy about
convenient.
that, officer? What's so crazy about doing that?
Fed.
But yeah, I'm very excited for all of that music.
Hopefully I can actually add some new shit to my playlist. I feel like I've just been listening to the same stuff.
I feel you. I always try to find new shit, but the best way I have of doing that is just going on Twitter and see the things that people are talking about. And 99% of it is just, you know, the worst shit that you've ever fucking heard.
Yeah.
There has been so much shit on Twitter where everybody fucking hypes it. Everybody just loves the shit. And then I listen to it and it's just like, what are you people
I was gonna say that's why I
hyping?
miss like SoundCloud and shit like that, where it would just be like
Easier to
somebody
find
you've
shit.
never heard of before will drop something. You'll have a couple of friends be like, "Yo, you gotta listen to this."
Yeah.
You know, like it's all about accessibility.
Right. I know from y'all Spotify raps that y'all are not listening to new music.
But it's also difficult. I feel like the algorithm will at some point just start playing the same shit over again. It's like,
It does.
well, your taste is too selective for us to generate anything else that you might like. You're just going to listen to more of this album that you have like one song
Yeah.
saved of.
Listen to this one song that you already like. Thanks Spotify.
I think I'm going to start picking artists and just listening to their albums. Like beginning to end. How
see what you like.
God intended. Because I've done that with a couple of artists where I'm just like, time to just listen to this album.
Time to just press play.
And it's nice. I like that feeling. You just listen to an album and it could be like, you know, for all your driving in the day or whenever you actually listen to music, you can just listen to the whole album throughout the day.
Yeah. And you might do what I do where you can just pause it whenever and, you know, when you have to do shit and then you just don't close your music so it leaves right where you left off.
Yeah, and you just come back and you continue the album.
With album music, sometimes it starts in the beginning of the song, but it'll still keep like where you're at. You know.
Yeah, like the song in the order.
Oh my god.
It's lit.
I can't believe you posted this while we were doing the episode and you didn't want to bring this up. Goblin Mode is 2022's Oxford Dictionary's word of the year.
I just saw that and I was like, it's going on the story.
It makes you think.
But it really does. I'm really just like, what the fuck?
What even is the human language now? Nothing?
English is just dumb. You can just make up shit whenever you want. You can't do that in other languages.
That's kind of cool, though. It's like the internet in that way. The language is becoming the internet.
No, but the impact of the internet on language is weird. Because Goblin Mode would not be a thing if it wasn't just like TikTok and everybody's just like, time to go Goblin Mode.
But people say it, so it becomes a thing.
Ew. I hate that.
Isn't that strange?
It is strange. I had to explain to somebody what Goblin Mode was recently, actually.
It's kind of hard to explain.
It really is, but I was just like, you ever just neglect yourself for a couple of days and just, like, eat really shitty food and just give in? It's like that, but it's a trend. But I was also saying, like, I think every so often you need that. You need to just say, fuck it, and be an animal, and just not take care of yourself, do what you want. Just for a day. I think that's what like the religious day of rest was intended to be. Just don't
just
do
Goblin Mode.
shit. Go Goblin Mode.
That's what God wants you to do, everyone.
Every Sunday. Day of rest.
That's what I do.
I do end up doing that like once a week where I'm just like, I have literally nowhere to go today. I'm just not going to shower and be a couch potato. And it's gross, but it also feels good, you know?
Totally.
All right, everybody. We will see you next week. Be sure to fucking share this with someone. It will help us so fucking much. I looked at the numbers. You need to share it. You need to save it, comment, repost that shit.
Adios.
See you later.
Happy birthday to friend of the show, Carl Harris, which was
Tuesday.
the day before yesterday.
Yes.
Goodbye, everyone.
I like saying Tuesday and you say the day before yesterday.
What's another foreign word for bye?
Sayonara.